Welcome to the Mental Wellness Index, or MWI. This video shows how to download data and view documentation in the MWI tool. Select MWI Toolkit on the blue toolbar to view more information about the MWI. The toolkit includes an overview of the MWI and information about the populations of focus, the framework, measures, and data sources, how to use the tool, methods used, and more. Detailed documentation for all measures and methods used to create the MWI can be accessed through the toolkit. Measure documentation can be found in two places in the MWI toolkit: under MWI Measures and Data, and under the Science Behind the MWI. To access measure documentation through the MWI Measures and Data section, select this option from the menu. Here, find a description of each measure in the MWI and a link to learn more about each measure. Where the measure description says "Click here to learn more about this measure," click on the link to download its documentation. Measure documentation can also be accessed by selecting the Science Behind the MWI in the toolkit, where clicking the name of a measure under Measures Documentation will download the corresponding documentation file. Let's select alcohol outlet density as an example. Measure documentation contains a description of the selected measure and information about data sources, years, geographic levels, stratification, selection rationale, strengths and limitations, and measure calculation details. On the Science Behind the MWI page, documentation for methods used to create the MWI can also be downloaded, including the weighting methodology and statistical procedures. Use these files to learn in more detail about how the MWI was created. Again, click the name of a method to download its documentation file. Some users may want to download the data used in the MWI tool for further analysis, such as to gain a deeper understanding of some of the assets and barriers to mental wellness in their community, or to compare results across zip codes. This process gets a bit more technical, so you may want to follow along with the video on your own in the MWI tool. To download data for the MWI, select the Science Behind the MWI in the toolkit. Then click Downloadable Data and Information in the sidebar. Click on the link called MWI Project GitHub page, which will open the MWI GitHub page in a new tab. This contains code, data, and accompanying documentation for the MWI code. To download data, click on the Data folder. Then click on the Cleaned folder for the final MWI data used. Click the file called HSE MWI ZICTA Mental Wellness Index Population to download the data for the overall population, or the similarly named file with the word Black at the end to download data specifically for Black populations, the first population of focus for the MWI. After you select a file, in the top right-hand corner of the next screen, click Download. This will bring up the raw comma-separated data, or CSV data. Select everything on the page with a keyboard shortcut like Ctrl-A, then copy with Ctrl-C. Then paste into an editor such as Excel. This may take some time. To convert to columns and rows in Excel, choose the Data tab, then choose Text to Columns. Click Next on the screen that comes up, then check the box next to comma, and click Next again. For the first column, already highlighted, choose the button next to text. Click to the next column to finalize the choice, then click Finish. Save this file as either an Excel or CSV file. Follow these same instructions to download information about the data used, including the measure categories and sources, in HSE MWI Data Information, all original values for measures aligned to ZICTAs in HSE MWI Converted Measures, percentile ranked measures in their original orientation in HSE, MWI, ZICTA, no directionality percentile ranked measures, and percentile ranked measures in their orientation in the MWI and HSE, MWI, ZICTA percentile ranked measures. For technical questions or assistance for the MWI, email socialjustice@miter.org. Again, thank you for your interest. We hope you find the MWI tool helpful.